From slaves to freedom fighters, to rebels without a cause, here's one story that fits them all. Spartacus, not a king, not a general, not even a citizen, just a man, enslaved, beaten, branded, and forced to play to the whims of an audience thirsty for blood. Spartacus was a Thracian warrior, captured in war and sold to the infamous gladiator school in Capua, the ludus of Batiatus. Every day he learned not only how to fight with a sword, but also how to die. Again and again, he would step into the arena and emerge victorious. The crowd roared in delight. Rome saw a fighter. But the long nights in the barracks were filled with whispers, for Spartacus's fellow captives, chained to chariots and forced to train. He became a symbol of hope, a reminder that men like them could be more than their shackles. They watched as Spartacus defied the masters, refusing to bow, refusing to break. The older slaves shared stories of a great uprising, of an army of gladiators storming the gates of Capua, killing the masters and escaping into the hills. For some, those tales were nothing but old wives' tales. But Spartacus kept faith. He trained, he observed, he waited. And then one night everything changed. It was just another night in the barracks. The guards drank deep, celebrating some Roman victory. The weapons were locked away, or so they thought. In the flickering lamplight, Spartacus could see the glint of determination on his fellow slaves' faces. That night, hunger for freedom outweighed fear. The slaves rose up, armed with kitchen knives and stolen swords. By the time the moon was high, 74 gladiators stood outside the gates of Capua. Escape seemed impossible. But Spartacus knew the patrol schedule by heart, and there was a new moon that night, which meant total darkness. Leading the way, he took a deep breath and charged for the opening gate. Swords flashed, throats were slit. Some of the guards managed to raise the alarm, but most simply stared in disbelief, and the escapees ran free into the hills. By the next sunset, Spartacus and his men were joined by hundreds of former slaves, farmers, shepherds, even deserters from the Roman army, and each day more came. In 2 years, Spartacus went from leading 74 gladiators to commanding an army of 120,000 rebels. They called it madness. The runaway slaves taking on the might of Rome. The Senate panicked. They sent a small force to crush the rebellion, but they came back defeated and disgraced. Spartacus had something Rome didn't: an army fueled by vengeance, a cause greater than themselves. Word spread of Spartacus's victories against the Roman legions, defeating praetors, evading traps, outsmarting generals. But Spartacus didn't want a throne. He wanted freedom for all. When a band of Gauls offered to help him escape through the Alps, he refused. "I didn't start this to run. I started this to end it." Rome had enough. They called on the richest man in the empire, Marcus Crassus, to crush the rebellion once and for all. With brutal tactics, Crassus cut off supplies, cornered the rebels, and slaughtered thousands. But Spartacus kept fighting. In the end, he led his men in a final assault, breaking through enemy lines. Desperate to reach Crassus himself, Spartacus fought and killed anyone who stood in his way. But he never made it. His body was never found, but his legacy couldn't be crucified. After the war, Rome crucified 6,000 of Spartacus's followers along the Appian Way, a message to anyone who dared dream of rebellion. But it backfired, because in trying to erase Spartacus, they made him a legend. No empire, no matter how powerful, could crush the will of a free man. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more, and follow us on social media for more historical tales. And hey, if you have a history hot tip for us, write it in the comments below, because we might feature it in a future episode.